Hey everybody, it's Party Elite with an overview of Grombrindal, the new Dwarf Lord for Total War Warhammer. Grombrindal, apart from sporting a wicked beard and a short fuse, comes with some excellent all-round stats and abilities for campaigning and battle. First things first, as a Dwarf starting Lord, he does not offer a new starting position, but does come with a fresh set of starting units. Iron Drakes, Miners with blasting charges, and Gyrocopters with brimstone guns provide a fiery start with some decent mobility in the air and some anti-large capabilities as well. In addition to this, Grombrindal can call upon the power of the ancestor gods, gives an increased evasion chance to all characters by 40%, and also gives his army a 30% increase in reinforcement range. This is extremely helpful if you find yourself stuck in a choke point or backed into a corner. Calling upon the power of the ancestor gods comes in the form of campaign decisions you must make periodically. Every so often, much like the moon phases of the Beastmen, you can choose between 4 options that give you various boons, ranging from better attack and defense stats, to financial benefits, to province management assistance, and benefits to Grombrindal's own stats, among other things. This adds an interesting layer to the Dwarf campaign, and gives an incentive to carefully calculate and plot out your steps to maximize benefits. Grombrindal's skill tree is also very interesting. He comes with new quests and items of his own, including the Armor of Glimril Scales, which benefits his armor, physical resistance, enemy hero's success chance, and wound recovery time. The Rune Axe of Grumbrindal, giving him armor-piercing damage plus 13, melee attack plus 10, a reduction in upkeep and recruitment costs for his army, while also increasing the post-battle loot by 10% and unlocking the Rune Axe of Grumbrindal ability. Then there's the Cloak of Alya, giving 15% magic resistance, a negative 10% to enemy hero action success chance, and boosted reduction of both types of corruption in local provinces. Finally, the Rune Helm of Zeus increases the chance of intercepting enemy armies traveling through the Underway or Beast Paths by 10%, and unlocks the Rune Helm of Zeus ability. Time of the Ancestors and Rune of Grimnir are unlockables that reduce the time between living ancestor events, and provide 10% of missile resistance respectively. The yellow path is fairly standard, but the red path has Mighty Beard of Defense in the middle, providing significant benefits to armor-piercing damage and melee defense to all units when defending, and it ends with the Flash Bomb, unlocking the Flash Bomb ability. The blue path is very different. It starts off with Legendary Commerce, giving plus 20% trade agreement tariffs. Ancient Acumen provides plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3 experience to recruits across the faction. Eager Kin reduces recruitment costs across the faction by 5, 10, and 15%. Absolutely Relentless increases campaign movement range for all characters by 5, 10, and 15%. Get Up increases replenishment rate for all characters by 2, 4, and 6%, and the White Dwarf's Call increases global recruitment capacity by 1, and Lightning Strike is available after unlocking 4 points in this middle section. On the battlefield, he's very impressive. His HP is only surpassed by Thorgrim Grudgebearer, and his leadership and charge bonus only beaten by the unbreakable Ungrim Iron Fist. His melee defense is the only stat left wanting, lower than all his counterparts except for Ungrim. Apart from that, he comes in with impressive melee attack stats, with magical damage and a great armor-piercing weapon strength of 500, split 185 regular damage and 315 armor-piercing. His abilities include Foe Seeker and Deadly Onslaught, but also introduce Flash Bomb, an area hex that lasts 27 seconds, affecting enemy units 30 meters around Grombrindal, giving them negative 34 melee defense, negative 76% speed, and negative 8 leadership. The ability recharges slowly and only when engaged in melee, forcing you to be rather aggressive if you intend to use this amazing ability. This is a great way to prevent the enemy from getting away, for example, if you're trying to trap cavalry with some of your slayers. Not only does it slow down the enemy, but it makes them virtually defenseless and damages morale as well. By way of example, shock cavalry typically have low melee defense, and getting trapped in melee is devastating for them. Try popping the flash bomb just before a cavalry charge hits, reducing the effectiveness of the charge because of the slowdown and preventing an escape. A great combination if you can pair it with a favorable melee engagement causing a severe amount of damage, some ranged fire, and maybe a Rune of Wrath and Ruin to cause further damage to both HP and morale as a result. Grombrindal has no fear. His other unique ability is a one-use augment that lasts for 33 seconds and makes every unit unbreakable. Use this power wisely because it can turn an engagement around very quickly if used at the right time. Be aware of your units' current state, the engagements they're locked in, and how many of them are close to faltering. Consider if 33 more seconds of fighting right now will bring an important engagement to a victory. Remember, morale is the true health bar of a unit. Being surrounded, being frightened, being fired upon, these can all drop morale faster than most things can drop health. Making all of your units unbreakable when they have decent HP and can actually cause more damage than they receive in their engagements can lead to a sudden shift in momentum and victory. Grombrindal has 2 items he can bring to battle as well. First is the Rune Helm of Zeus, which is a constant boost of plus 16 to leadership for all allies within 45 meters as long as his health is below 50%. That means you want to put the White Dwarf into precarious situations if you want to take advantage of this leadership boost. Then there's the Rune Axe of Grumbling, lasting 52 seconds. It's an augment that gives him plus 18 charge bonus, plus 24% speed, and imbues him with a discouraged ability, dropping enemy leadership by 16 for 10 seconds every time he hits them. This is another ability to use wisely, as the recharge time is extremely long at 135 seconds. Negative 16 to leadership, engaging multiple units at a time, especially those with low morale already, can quickly win a flank or even an entire battle by causing a mass rout. Grombrindal makes an interesting addition to the dwarf leadership, with unique quests, items, and abilities coming with him. He's meant to be used in melee, with an aggression that matches the look on his face. His support abilities must be used cautiously and in opportune moments, as they all have long recharge timers. He is the dwarf that can turn a battle with well-timed strikes and ability uses. He is the dwarf that can destroy enemy morale while protecting that of his own. He is the White Dwarf, and his eyes tell you everything you need to know about him. I hope this overview shows you guys what you can expect with Grombrindal when you're able to use him, and gives you some insight into the possibilities he presents. Questions, concerns, ideas of your own? Drop them in the comments below, and of course, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more Total War content. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck on the battlefield.